Welcome back to the channel. If you are returning, if you are new here, welcome. I am the Blunt Reader. This is going to be a general reading. I have no idea what the topic is going to be about. I just ask that Spirit provide a message for whoever is watching this video, whatever you need to know the most right now and moving forward. This is not specific to any gender, any zodiac sign, any time. Whenever you see this video, if what I'm saying resonates with your situation, then it is for you and your situation. Please keep in mind though that this is general, so it cannot and will not resonate with every single person watching this video. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe, like this video, leave me a comment down below. If it resonates, turn on your post notification bell so that when I post a new video, you are notified. But let's go ahead and get started. Spirit, what is the overall energy? We have the Four of Wands. So when I think of the Four of Wands, I think of a foundation. This could be any type of foundation. It could be a physical place like your home. It could be a relationship, a marriage. It could be friendships. It could be your relationship with people or the people that you live with or you are the most connected to. This embodies the energy of anything that is of value to you. Also, anything that provides some level of comfort and security. So for some people, this is their home. For other people, this is their family. For other people, this is their friends or a specific relationship where you feel safe, where you feel secure, where you feel at home and comfortable with this person. For some of you, I feel like you are either moving or you're doing something to your physical location. So you could be moving completely to a different place, or you could be like rearranging furniture, painting, doing some sort of home renovation. I also feel like you're getting rid of outdated foundations that you have. So what I'm getting is like a demolition period and then renovating. So demolition means getting rid of all of the old stuff, all of the outdated things, the things that are no longer up to par. So if you were in a house, you would get rid of all of the outdated appliances and then replace it with something that's newer, fresher, more modern. And I feel like that's what you're doing, either to a physical location or to your life as, you know, a whole. Making major changes to the things that have felt very comfortable to you. So getting outside of your comfort zone as well, because you've outgrown this space. So it's kind of like when you're, you know, a kid or a teenager, your room looks one way, but then as you get older and you mature, that has become outdated. So you take all of that down. So, you know, as you get older, you go from how your room looked when you were a toddler to then you becoming a teenager, and then whatever it looked like then, whatever you were interested in at that time, and then you become older, you become an adult, and it's going through the process of demolition, taking things out that are outdated and replacing it with something that is more suitable for where you currently are in your life. So I feel like a lot of you have come to the realization that you've outgrown a lot of things, and this could be people, this could be relationships. You could have outgrown the space that you are currently in for whatever reason that may be. But I just feel like a lot of changes to the things, the people, the places that have made you feel safe and secure. I also feel like a lot of you may be moving away from your like childhood home, your family home. So if you live with your parents, you could be moving into your own space and kind of spreading your wings in that way. So, Spirit, please clarify the Four of Wands. Why is the Four of Wands here? We have the Eight of Cups. Like I said, some of you are definitely moving and relocating. Yeah, definitely moving and relocating. We have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords. Both of these cards talk about moving away from something. So for some of you, you are moving away from a relationship, a marriage, some sort of commitment that you have been in for some time. For others of you, you are moving away from a physical location, and this could be your family's home. It could be a home that you share with somebody else. There could have been a lot of conflict or arguing in this environment though. So maybe a place that made you feel safe at one point was no longer giving you that safety and security, and so you decided to leave. This could also be a situation that you felt kind of trapped in or bound to. I feel like for some of you, you couldn't be yourself or fully explore your identity in the way that you wanted to, for whatever reason that may be. So, for example, if you are somebody who was living at home with your parents and you are more spiritual and they're more religious, you know, your practices and the things that you believe in now may not resonate with what you were raised to believe. And so maybe you're wanting to practice more of your own spiritual beliefs and the things that you believe in, and you felt like you couldn't really do that in this particular situation because they didn't agree. Hopefully that makes sense. This could also be you being in a relationship with somebody and you've kind of outgrown this relationship, and the person that you are now isn't who you were when you got in the relationship, and you realize like you and this person don't really have a whole lot in common anymore because you've grown apart. So definitely moving away from something here. What are they moving away from with this Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords? What is being left behind? The Ten of Swords. There's some sort of betrayal, some sort of ending. I feel like Spirit was trying to get you to see something for a while, and it took you a very long time to actually see what has been there all along, because this person is like looking right into the face of like the thing or the things that have hurt them. Like, this isn't even somebody backstabbing you. Like, this is you looking at this person do you wrong. But that was the only way you were going to see it, was if you faced it, if you looked directly at it. So for some of you, you could have found out that something was going on, and like you caught this person doing something. You caught them red-handed. Whether it was them cheating, them talking about you, them taking something from you, whatever it is, whatever that final straw was, I feel like you looked the person in their face and you saw it, or you just realized that this person has always been this way, that their hands have always been dirty. The King of Wands wanted to come out. The Seven of Swords. Yeah, some sort of deception. This person was wearing a mask, and so it took you some time to see past this mask. And it has been a lot for you to get to this point and really see, which is why I feel like, you know, whatever happened, it needed to happen in that way because you needed to see it. It was the only way you were going to believe that this person was doing this or saying this or behaving in this way, because if somebody else had told you that they did whatever it is that they did, like, you would have never believed them. And maybe that is something that happened as well. Maybe somebody tried to tell you this person isn't who they are portraying themselves to be, and you were like, no, because you were fooled by this mask that they were wearing. And so Spirit was like, okay, well, the only way they're going to get it is if they see this person in the act. If you catch this person in the act, then you'll believe it. It's still difficult to believe, but, you know, you saw what you saw, or you know what you know. And now you can't unsee it. Please clarify the Seven of Swords. What is this deception about, Spirit? We have the Three of Pentacles, so there could have been a third-party situation. Please clarify the Three of Pentacles. Please clarify the Three of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. We have the Three of Swords. Heartbreak, disappointment. So it could be because of a third-party situation, or just something that you didn't want to see, is what I keep getting. Like, maybe you knew, but you didn't have any concrete evidence. And because you didn't have any concrete evidence, you were still holding on to the situation. And then Spirit was like, okay, cool. Since you need to see it, I'm going to show you. And, like, that was it. I feel like whatever happened, it really like drove this or these swords into your heart. Something that really hurt you, because, and I feel like it really hurt you because you thought that this person would never do that to you. And like, yeah, whatever it is that they did hurt, but more importantly, like, I trusted you, and even when people tried to tell me that I shouldn't, like, I defended you, and then you still had me out here looking stupid. So I feel like for some of you, that's how you feel, like this person just played you for a fool. Like, I went to bat for somebody who was fucking me over in the long run. Please clarify the Three of Swords. We have the Devil and what is this? The Two of Swords. So the Devil, you could be dealing with the Capricorn, or you could be a Capricorn. We have the Two of Swords here. This Two of Swords is somebody who is indecisive. Could be stuck between having to choose two people with this Devil and the two women that are here. So this person could have had a choice between two people. But this Two of Swords, because she is wearing this blindfold, is like not wanting to see something. Please clarify the Devil and the Two of Swords. We have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is choosing a path. So getting out of this place of feeling like you're stuck, because the blindfold is off, or it's coming off, because you're going to see something. Like, you're going to look this person in their face and catch them in whatever this is. There's going to be some sort of concrete evidence, some sort of proof that you cannot deny, that this other person cannot deny, and that's going to help you move forward with this Eight of Cups, Six of Swords. This Two of Wands is also saying traveling or moving, physically relocating. Could be traveling, across the country to get away from this person. For some people, I feel like you're going back to like your family or your family's home. Like, you could have been living with somebody that you were in a relationship with, or you just had a roommate situation. This person did something, and once you found out, now you're going back home because this place makes you feel safe. For others of you, you could be leaving a toxic family situation and going to live somewhere else. Please clarify the Two of Wands. We have the Hermit. But this Two of Wands and the Hermit, I also feel like this is you going to explore yourself and really find yourself and find the things that you like. Especially if you're leaving like a home situation, a family situation, and now you're venturing out on your own to explore your new identity is what I'm feeling. And maybe it's not new, but you haven't been able to really explore what you are passionate about, what you feel led to do, because there was some sort of restriction where you were living. For some of you, I feel like this has to do with your spirituality, and maybe you do something, some sort of spiritual practice. Could involve candles, candle work, could be reading cards, I don't know, something to that extent. And maybe your family, your parents, whoever you lived with, didn't approve or didn't know. You were kind of in like, the spiritual closet. And now you're kind of getting out of that and being able to explore whatever you want to explore, really. Please clarify the Hermit and the Two of Wands. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords, again, feeling like you're trapped, you're stuck. This is a lot of mental energy, being stuck in your head, not making a decision. But this Two of Wands, Three of Wands here says that you are coming out of this energy. I feel like some of you have been looking for a way out. We have the Page of Wands. This is some sort of communication. Maybe this is what you've been waiting for. Waiting for a communication that will be your way out, your ticket out of wherever you are. Spirit, what are they waiting for with this Three of Wands, Page of Wands? What are they waiting for? I heard permission to be happy. We have the King of Cups. So you could be waiting for communication from somebody who could help you. But permission to be happy is what I heard. If you're looking for permission to be happy, this is your permission. You can be happy right now. Why is this King of Cups here? We have the Emperor. For some of you, I feel like you're waiting for a sign or a message from somebody that has passed on. And it could be a male, could be a father, with the Emperor and the King of Cups being here. But you could be looking for some sort of sign, some sort of confirmation that lets you know that you're going in the right direction, that you're doing the right thing. Maybe as it pertains to a family situation, like trying to get some sort of approval, some like I said, permission to be happy. But maybe what you're really looking for is permission for you to leave this toxic family situation behind, or something to that extent, and you're trying to get guidance from this person who has transitioned, who has passed. Like, is this the right thing for me to do? Would you be okay with this if you were still, here in the physical, like that type of thing? Because I would show you, but I don't know if you will see it the way that I do. But in the background here, these hills, mountains, whatever they're supposed to be, like, it looks like a person to me. But I feel like this is a person that has passed, and you're looking for confirmation or validation that the steps that you are taking, the things that you are doing, is something that they approve of. Please clarify the Emperor and the King of Cups. It may be a relationship with the Two of Cups. You could also be waiting for this Emperor, King of Cups person, because I feel like this is the same energy, to communicate something and then you move forward in this relationship together. But you may be seeking approval from somebody who has passed on in regards to a relationship that you are involved in, whether it's a romantic relationship or a relationship with somebody in your family. I feel like whatever decisions you are making, this person approves of them. Please clarify the Two of Cups. Yeah, we have the Ten of Cups. Permission to be happy. Permission granted. We have the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, you could be leaving a situation, leaving one relationship or a home situation in pursuit of something else. But whatever type of relationship or situation it is, you're leaving something in pursuit of something else that is going to make you happy. And maybe you are a little bit unsure if you're making the right choices, or if you're moving in the right direction, or if you should be doing something else. But I feel like the choices that you are making are choices that you need to make, to leave something behind where you're not happy, where there could be deception and betrayal and lies and all types of stuff going on, in pursuit of something that is going to make you happy and fulfill you. I feel like for some of you, there's something on your body, whether it's a tattoo, a scar, a mole, something that you have in common with this person who has passed. Like, you could have this person's name on you. They could have had your name on them, or you have some sort of like signature mark that you both have, something to that extent. Matching tattoos. I feel like for some of you, it could be a question of whether or not to sell some sort of property that belonged to somebody that has passed over. Like, it could be a home, and maybe you're not wanting to live there, and so you're considering selling it, but you don't know if this is something that they would want you to do, because maybe it's been in the family for some time or something to that extent. Please clarify the Ten of Cups. We have the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. We have the Six of Wands, victory and success. We have the Nine of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Knight of Swords. I feel like something happens relatively quickly with this Knight of Swords. This is disruptive energy though. So I feel like whatever this ending is something that happens very quickly. This Nine of Wands is you being defensive, you being guarded. This Five of Swords is what you're moving away from with this Six of Swords. This is the conflict between you and somebody. Could be multiple people. But this is the conflict that you are moving away from. Moving away from quickly, it seems, with this Knight of Swords that's here. Like getting the fuck up out of there expeditiously and going towards something that's going to make you happy. Permission to be happy. Something that's going to provide you with success, victory, the upper hand despite what other people are trying to do. So yeah, this may be your energy. You may be a bit guarded, a bit defensive. Your walls may be up because you've been through some things, but I do feel like you're leaving one situation and going towards something that is a lot better for you in the end. Something that is going to be a lot more beneficial. What is this Five of Swords about, Spirit? Why is this conflict here? We have Six of Cups. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Six of Cups is wanting to reconcile. The Four of Cups is holding on to something. So somebody may be wanting to reconcile, but there's somebody who's still holding a grudge. I also feel like this could be a situation where somebody is leaving a situation with this Five of Swords where there's a lot of conflict and then moving towards something where they would be reconciling with somebody. That could also be why they're looking for some sort of confirmation or validation that they're making the right choice, because they would be going back to something that they had already left. And they don't know if that's the right choice. Why is this Four of Pentacles here? We have the Ten of Cups. Yeah. Happiness, abundance. We have the Ten of Cups here twice. Emotional fulfillment. So this is what they're going towards. Maybe a little bit guarded and defensive because you're going back to a situation and you're not 100% sure if this is something you should do or if it's going to work out. But I feel like what you do know is that whatever you're leaving is not for you. So maybe there's some fear, some hesitancy, because you're going back to a situation. Whether this is a relationship or you're moving back home or moving back in with somebody after you left, you know, a situation that wasn't working out. Please clarify the Ten of Cups. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse. And we have the Lovers in reverse. So yeah, I feel like these are two situations where there was emotional fulfillment in both of them. It's like they're very similar, but at the same time, they're not. Because even looking at the Ten of Cups card, like it's the same card in the same deck, but the imagery is very different. So yeah, in a lot of ways they could have been similar situations, two situations where, you know, either you or somebody you're connected to got emotional fulfillment and there was happiness and there was whatever it was in the situation. They felt a level of safety and security. They could have built something with this person. They could have built something with you once upon a time. There are a lot of similarities, but one, they got to be themselves and the other one, they didn't. Even looking at this card and this card, they're both the Ten of Cups. They both come from the same deck, but the energy is different. The look of them are different. This seems more conservative, more like cookie cutter, more by the book, more traditional. Whereas this one seems more of like I don't want to say rebellious, because it doesn't necessarily mean that you're rebelling, but this may be who you are. Like, you may be the person with all of the tattoos, the person that's more into the occult. You do the things that you want to do. You could be a free spirit. You could be whatever it is that you are. You don't live your life in this way. Not saying that there's anything wrong with this way, but that's just not you. But maybe you were with somebody, or you were living in a situation where you had to be this way because that was acceptable in that environment, and you couldn't do this, or vice versa. You could be with somebody who was more into this energy, but this is you, but because you were with them, you had to be this way. Something like that. I feel like in a lot of ways, these two situations were very similar, whether it's relationships or just a living situation, but there were key components that were vastly different, and those things mattered the most. Like, you could be happy and emotionally fulfilled, and you could have thought that this was going to be, you know, your person if this was a relationship, or that you would be able to be yourself around your family, and you are realizing that maybe that's not the case. Maybe this isn't your person. Maybe if you want to fully explore your own identity outside of your family, your parents, and what they told you, like, you're going to have to go and do that elsewhere. So I feel like at the core, these two situations are things that brought some level of emotional fulfillment, but they have differences, and those differences are very important to you. I feel like the main one is that in one situation you can be who you are, without any judgment, you know, without any limitations, and the other one you couldn't, or you felt like you couldn't. Because even with this Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles is about holding back. But this could be you holding back your true identity, holding back who you really are, because you were trying to fit into a place that you no longer needed to fit in. It's like this Nine of Wands, maybe somebody trying to make you cover up or clean up or look a particular type of way or behave in a particular way that you just, like, that's not me. So in the end, you could have been hurting yourself more because you're having to restrict or confine who you really are. And so I feel like you're moving away from a situation where you could not be who you truly are. Like I said, for some of you, it could be being in the spiritual closet, and having very different opinions than your family, your parents, whoever you were living with. This could be a relationship that you just outgrew because, you know, you're a new person, you're growing, you're evolving, you're ascending, and this relationship no longer resonates with you. But at the same time, it's kind of bittersweet, because either this is a relationship, this is a friendship, this is your family. Like, you care about these people, you love these people, you want them to be able to be a part of your journey, but it's just like there's something off there. And so now it's kind of like you have to go your separate ways. For some of you, I feel like you're returning to something that you already left. So whether that's a relationship or a house, a city, an environment, something, you're returning to a place that you've already been in, something that makes you feel comfortable, you get happiness and fulfillment from it. It seems like it's familiar to you. Any other messages, Spirit? Okay, I guess you got a lot of messages. That's cool. We have the Fool. We have the Empress. So a new beginning, taking a leap of faith in order to pursue something that is going to make you happy. For some of you, you could be getting pregnant or having a child. And maybe that's where some of the conflict comes into play. We have the Star. The Star is about looking for guidance, looking for direction. I feel like this is also looking for that confirmation or the validation, like from somebody who has passed, or just your spiritual team. Like, let me know if I'm doing the right thing. We have the King of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands again. The Seven of Cups. The Moon. And the Knight of Wands. With this Knight of Wands, King of Wands person, I feel like this could be a relationship, and this would be the relationship that you are leaving behind. Probably because this person was inconsistent, or they had a lot of options and choices with the Seven of Cups. They could have been a player. They could have been hiding something with this Moon card. This is the energy that you are moving away from. But with this Knight of Wands energy, the Fool that's here, the Star that is here, I also feel like this is you just being the adventurer. You know, going on adventures, exploring life, taking risks, and just kind of going on this journey to become, and not even become, because you always are this Emperor or the Empress energy that is here, but getting back to that. I feel like, you know, there's a new journey that you are getting ready to embark on. For some of you, it is the journey to becoming a mother or becoming a father. For others of you, it's really getting out there and spreading your wings, maybe by yourself for the first time ever. You're leaving the nest, and you're having to kind of navigate through life without being under your parents' wings or in their home. And you have this newfound freedom to kind of explore life, to explore all that life has to offer you. For others of you, you're leaving a relationship and you could be going towards somebody new. I say new, but I feel like you already know this person, or whoever is coming towards you, whatever. Y'all know each other, is what I'm picking up. What other messages do you have? We have, well, I don't know if y'all saw that, but forgiveness fell on the floor. We have seek expert help. We have texting, long distance, social media, and regrets choices. So I feel like there's definitely somebody, and it feels like the person that you would be leaving behind, or, you know, the person or the people that you are leaving behind that may still be lurking on your social media. They may be trying to communicate with you in some kind of way. I want to say to apologize or make amends, but I don't feel like it's genuine though. I just feel like they're doing it to confuse you. So if it's a relationship that you are leaving behind because there was deception or secrets or whatever the reason is that you decided to walk away from this situation, it's like they're trying to apologize and make amends, but it just feels like they're doing it just to kind of reel you back in. At the bottom of the deck, we have spiritual path. So like I said, I definitely feel like for some of you, you're moving more into your spiritual path. So the people that you used to hang around, the relationships that you had, the family situation, the living situation, whatever it is, you're outgrowing it because you're becoming more in alignment with your spiritual path and what it is that you are supposed to be doing in this lifetime on this earth. And so you don't resonate with these people anymore. And it's like they're trying to pull you back. And it's like, no. I need to move forward. I need to do what I need to do, and I need to do what is best for me. And that's why I feel like whatever choices you're making, like you're making the right choice to do the things that you feel led to do, and detach yourself from anything that is a distraction or anything that is hindering you from, you know, accomplishing your mission here in this lifetime. So I do hope that this was helpful for you, that it provides you with some level of guidance, clarity, and insight. Be sure to like this video, comment down below if it resonated, subscribe to the channel if you have not, and I'll talk to y'all next time.